Have you ever sent a message you thought was clever, funny, or thoughtful, only to get a cold, one-word reply like okay or fine? Frustrating, right? It makes you wonder, did I say something wrong? Is she bored? Or is she just not interested? If you've been there, don't worry, you're not alone. But here's the truth, how you handle moments like these can make or break the conversation. Ready to turn those dry replies into genuine, engaging conversations? Let's dive in. It can be a disheartening experience. You've just sent a well-thought-out, funny, or charming message, only to receive a cold and lifeless response. A single-word reply like okay, good, or fine can feel like a brick wall, awkward, unfriendly, and leaving you completely unsure about how to proceed. But before you panic or give up, remember this, a dry response does not always mean she isn't interested. It's often a challenge to navigate, but there are smart, effective ways to turn things around. This lesson will help you understand why she replies dryly and, more importantly, what to do to re-engage her interest. By addressing these scenarios, we'll break down common mistakes, decoding what her responses actually mean and arming you with the tools to keep the conversation alive, fun, and meaningful. 1. Understand the reasons behind dry responses. The first step to overcoming this situation is to analyze why she's replying this way. Women, like everyone else, have a range of reasons for giving short or dry responses. Understanding the why will stop you from overreacting or taking it personally. 1.1 She might be busy. Not every short reply is a rejection. People lead busy lives, and sometimes, your message catches her at the wrong moment, during work, while commuting, or as she's running errands. If her dryness is temporary, it's not a reflection of you or the conversation. What to do? Be patient, don't immediately send a follow-up like, why are you being short with me? Instead, give her time and space. Playfully acknowledge it. If she's been dry a couple of times, consider sending something light-hearted. For example, I'm guessing you're swamped today. Either that or I'm just not as funny as I thought. Winking face. A touch of humor can break tension. 1.2 She's testing your effort. Sometimes, short responses are a way to test your interest and consistency. Women often want to see if a man will put in the effort to keep the conversation alive, even when she's offering little input. Why does this happen? It could stem from past disappointments, a fear of showing too much interest too soon, or simply a tendency to observe how you handle conversational challenges. What to do? Stay confident and composed, don't let her short answers shake you. Continue to engage with confidence without becoming needy. For example, hey, I found this great cafe the other day. I thought you'd love it since you mentioned liking quiet spots. Are you more into cozy cafes or somewhere livelier? Cafes are nice. Smilingly persistent. Nice is a start. I'm taking that as, cozy vibes win. Any cafe you've been dying to visit lately? By keeping the tone playful and patient, you subtly show her that you're not easily discouraged. 1.3 She's bored with the conversation. If the conversation has fallen into predictable or mundane territory, her responses might reflect her lack of interest. This doesn't mean she's bored with you, but the topics might not be sparking enough excitement. What to do? Add variety and curiosity, avoid repetitive small talk like, how was your day? Instead, bring something fresh. Ask about her passions, share a funny story, or reference something unique about her that you noticed earlier. Examples to break the cycle. Instead of, what are you doing? Try, if you could teleport anywhere right now for a spontaneous adventure, where would you go and why? Instead of, how's work? Try, random question, if you were to design your perfect day, what would it look like? Questions like these engage her imagination and make her feel like the conversation is leading somewhere new and fun. 1.4 She's not sure about you yet. Sometimes, short responses come from uncertainty. If you've just started talking, she may be unsure about whether she likes you or trusts you enough to open up. It's natural, especially in early stages of communication. What to do? Give her a reason to open up, share bits of your personality, interests, or humor first. People often mirror the energy they receive. If you're open and enthusiastic, she's more likely to relax and match your vibe. Build rapport gradually, avoid asking overly deep or personal questions too soon. Instead, focus on lighter topics and shared experiences. For example, I have to ask, are you more of a dog person or cat person? I've met people who feel very strongly about this one. These types of light, relatable questions invite longer responses and help establish a connection. 1.5. She might genuinely lack interest. While it's tempting to look for deeper meanings, sometimes dry responses signal disinterest. If you've been trying to engage her and she consistently gives minimal effort, it might be her way of indirectly showing she isn't interested. What to do? Read the signs. If her replies remain consistently short despite your efforts, take a step back. Respect her energy and avoid over-pursuing. A confident man knows when to walk away. Give it space. You can send one last light-hearted message to gauge her interest. I feel like I might be talking to a pro texter with lightning speed replies. Winking face if you're not feeling it, though, that's okay, I'd rather be direct. If she's interested but distracted, this might encourage her to clarify. If not, it gives you closure without being bitter or needy. 2. Use humor and playfulness to break the ice. Humor is a powerful tool that can disarm tension and make dry conversations feel lighthearted again. When a woman replies dryly, injecting playful humor can not only get her to open up but also make you stand out as someone confident and creative. 2.1. Lighthearted acknowledgement. Sometimes, the best way to respond to a dry reply is to playfully point it out. This can turn an awkward moment into a fun interaction. Example. You, so, how's your weekend going? Her, it's fine. You, fine. That's not going to cut it. I'm expecting a weekend story full of adventure, laughter, or at least a hilarious food mishap. By responding with humor, you challenge her to offer more while keeping the mood light. 2.2. Be quirky and unexpected. If the conversation feels dull, bring in something unexpected. Random, fun questions or jokes can catch her off guard and re-spark her interest. Example. Her, nothing much, just hanging out. You, perfect timing. I was about to ask for a ruling on the most pressing debate of all time, what's the ultimate pizza topping combo? Quirky, specific questions like this not only invite longer answers but also allow her to relax and share her opinions. 2.3. Share a fun story or meme. Sometimes, dry responses happen because text feels too transactional. To make the conversation more personal and engaging, share a funny or relatable story, or even a meme. Example. You know what this reminded me of? Last week, I tried to make pasta, and somehow the smoke alarm got involved. I blame the pasta instructions. See, no evil monkey ever had a kitchen disaster. By sharing something light, you make the conversation feel less like an interview and more like a natural, entertaining exchange. 3. Ask the right questions to spark her interest. A big reason why conversations can dry up is because the wrong questions are being asked. Small talk and yes/no questions kill conversations quickly, while the right type of questions can make her engage, think, and connect with you emotionally. 3.1. Open-ended questions are key. Instead of asking questions that can be answered with a simple yes or no, focus on open-ended questions that require her to elaborate. These questions allow her to share her thoughts, feelings, and stories, creating a more meaningful exchange. Example. Instead of, did you have a good day? Try, what was the highlight of your day so far? Instead of, do you like traveling? Try, what's the most memorable place you visited, and what made it special? Open-ended questions show that you're genuinely interested in her as a person, not just trying to keep the conversation alive. Women appreciate when a man listens and creates space for them to express themselves. 3.2. Ask questions that evoke emotion. Emotionally charged topics, like dreams, passions, funny moments, or childhood memories, are excellent for creating connections. Women connect deeply with men who can make them feel something. Examples to evoke emotion. If you could have dinner with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be and why? What's one thing you've always wanted to try but haven't yet? Tell me about a time you laughed so hard you couldn't breathe. These types of questions are fun and engaging. They allow her to share something personal without it feeling forced or intrusive. Pro tip: after she responds, ask follow-up questions. This shows you're listening and genuinely care about her answers. 3.3. Show interest in her passions and opinions. One of the most attractive qualities in a man is his ability to be curious. Show genuine curiosity about her hobbies, values, or dreams. When you focus on topics she's passionate about, you make her feel seen and valued. Example dialogue. I remember you mentioned you're into photography. What got you started with that? Oh, I just always loved capturing moments. That's really cool. What's the most meaningful photo you've ever taken? There's got to be a story behind it. By diving deeper, you not only keep the conversation going but also make her feel like she's sharing something valuable with someone who truly listens. 4. Balance confidence with playful challenge. Women are naturally attracted to confidence, but not arrogance. Confidence means you're secure, relaxed, and not afraid to challenge her playfully if the conversation isn't flowing well. 4.1. Don't overreact to short replies. A confident man doesn't get rattled by a dry message. If she replies with a single word, avoid becoming needy or overanalyzing her response. Women can sense desperation, and it's a quick way to lose their interest. What to do instead? Keep your cool and respond with light-hearted confidence. Example. Okay. Okay, is such a mysterious answer. Is that code for, I have the most fascinating story to tell, or did I catch you mid-Netflix binge? By turning the short reply into something playful, you regain control of the conversation without appearing insecure. 4.2. Use playful challenges to re-engage her. Women enjoy men who can keep them on their toes. If she's replying dryly, a little playful challenge can create intrigue and make her engage. Examples. You're not making this easy for me, are you? I was going to share a cool story, but I'm starting to think you don't deserve it yet. Winking face. Okay, I'm giving you a challenge. Tell me something random about yourself that I wouldn't guess in a million years. These responses inject a sense of fun and unpredictability. They also signal that you're not afraid to tease her lightly, which creates a flirtatious and exciting dynamic. 4.3. Show you have options, without saying it directly. Confidence comes from abundance. A man who knows his value doesn't cling to a conversation that isn't going anywhere. If her replies remain consistently dry, gracefully disengage and let her come back to you. Example. I feel like I'm doing all the talking here. I'll give you some space, but if you miss my sense of humor, you know where to find me. Winking face. This response communicates two things. 1. You value your time and energy. 2. You re-secure enough to step back without chasing. Often, women will respond positively to this because they sense that you're not overly attached, and that makes you more intriguing. 5. Use voice messages or video calls to add warmth. Text messages can sometimes feel cold and detached, which is why short replies happen. Switching up your communication style can breathe new life into the conversation. 5.1. Why voice messages work. Voice messages add personality, tone, and emotion that texts lack. A confident and playful tone of voice can make even a simple message sound engaging and fun. Example. Instead of typing, "What did you do this weekend?" Send a voice note, "Hey, I'm curious, what's the coolest thing you did this weekend? I need to know if I should be jealous or not." Your voice adds warmth and makes the conversation feel more personal. Plus, most women appreciate hearing a man's tone, it feels more real. 5.2. Use video calls to connect on a deeper level. If you've built some rapport and she's open to it, suggest a quick video call. Video chats create a stronger sense of connection because they allow for body language, smiles, and laughter. How to introduce it confidently. You know what? Texting is cool and all, but I feel like I'm missing out on seeing that smile of yours. Let's do a quick video call, what do you say? By suggesting it in a confident, casual way, you show that you're excited to connect with her on a more personal level. If she agrees, the conversation will naturally feel warmer and more engaging. 6. Respect yourself and know when to walk away. While it's important to put effort into engaging her, you also need to know when it's time to let go. If you've tried multiple strategies and she's still giving you dry, uninterested replies, you might be better off focusing your energy elsewhere. Signs it's time to move on. She consistently gives one-word answers without showing curiosity about you. She rarely asks you questions or shows interest in your life. She takes a long time to respond and doesn't apologize or explain. Why this matters: a man with confidence and self-respect knows his value. If a woman isn't showing interest, it's not a reflection of your worth, it's simply a mismatch. By walking away, you create space for someone who truly appreciates your effort and personality. Pro tip: don't burn bridges. End things on a positive note with grace and confidence. It's been nice chatting, but I get the feeling we're not quite clicking here. No hard feelings, though, wish you all the best. Sometimes, walking away confidently can even re-spark her interest because it shows that you're not desperate for her attention. 7. Shift the focus back to your life. When conversations start feeling one-sided or she continues replying dryly despite your efforts, one of the best moves you can make is to shift the focus back to yourself and your life. Why? Because a man who is genuinely engaged with his own goals, interests, and passions naturally becomes more attractive. 7.1. Share something interesting about your day. Sometimes, when she's not putting in much effort, the easiest way to re-energize the conversation is by sharing a snippet of your day. This makes the interaction feel more natural and gives her something to respond to. Example. I just finished a killer gym session. Tried something new today. Have you ever done a HIIT workout? Thought I was going to die but kind of loved it. You won't believe what just happened. I ran into an old friend at lunch, and we ended up talking for 2 hours about travel plans. Have you ever had one of those unexpected meetups? By shifting the conversation to something personal, you remind her that you have a life full of energy and interest. It also invites her to naturally engage without the pressure of an interrogation-style conversation. 7.2. Focus on your goals and passions. One of the most attractive traits in a man is ambition. If the conversation feels stale, don't be afraid to talk about your personal goals, dreams, or projects you're working on. Women are drawn to men who are passionate and driven because it signals leadership, direction, and a fulfilling life. Examples. I'm working on something cool right now, trying to learn how to play guitar. It's tough, but I love the challenge. Do you play any instruments? Lately I've been focusing on growing my side business. It's a lot of work, but seeing progress is insanely satisfying. What's a dream you've always wanted to pursue? Talking about your ambitions shows confidence and creates opportunities for her to share her own dreams, fostering a deeper connection. 8. Master the art of scarcity. When a woman consistently replies dryly, it's important to recognize that over-pursuing her won't win her over. Confidence also means knowing when to step back. By making yourself slightly less available, you remind her of your value and create curiosity. 8.1. slow down your replies. If she's giving you one-word answers or minimal effort, match her energy, but with calm confidence. Don't respond immediately or send overly long replies in an attempt to compensate. Instead, take your time. Example. Her, okay. You, after some time, gotcha. Anyway, hope your day's going well. I'm off to grab a coffee and tackle some work. Catch you later. This keeps the tone light and effortless while subtly showing that you're not waiting around for her attention. By slowing down, you give her a reason to think about you and wonder what you're up to. 8.2. End the conversation on your terms. A man who ends conversations confidently signals high value. If you sense she's disinterested, wrap things up first. This shows that you're in control of your energy and don't need to cling to the interaction. Example. Alright, I'll let you get back to your evening. Let's catch up another time, take care. By leaving first, you communicate that your time is valuable, and you won't invest it where it's not being reciprocated. This confidence can sometimes make her rethink her behavior and reignite her interest. 9. Use mystery to your advantage. Women are naturally intrigued by men who maintain a sense of mystery. When you become too predictable or overly eager, the excitement fades. Balancing how much you share and leaving her curious can transform the dynamic. 9.1. Keep some things to yourself. When she replies dryly, avoid the urge to overshare to keep the conversation going. Instead, give brief but intriguing answers that leave her wanting more. Example. Her, what did you do today? You, had an interesting morning, actually. But it's a long story, remind me to tell you next time. Winking face. By leaving details out, you create anticipation and give her a reason to engage more actively next time. 9.2. Be unpredictable. Unpredictability keeps conversations fresh and exciting. If you sense the interaction getting stale, say something playful or unexpected to reset the energy. Examples. Okay, serious question. If you had to survive in a zombie apocalypse, what 3 items are you bringing? You know what? You're too mysterious. Tell me one thing about you that nobody else knows. By shifting the tone and asking something fun or quirky, you surprise her and pull her out of the dry, routine responses. 10. Know that not every woman is meant for you. This is perhaps the most important point of all. Confidence means knowing that you don't need to win everyone over. Sometimes, dry responses are a sign that she's not interested or not the right match for you, and that's okay. A man with true self-assurance recognizes this and moves on without hesitation. 10.1. Don't chase, attract. The more you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, the more naturally you'll attract women who are genuinely excited to talk to you. Instead of chasing someone who gives you little energy, focus on building your passions and goals, staying active and fit, surrounding yourself with great friends and experiences. When you live a fulfilling, confident life, the right woman will want to be a part of it, without you having to beg for her attention. 10.2. Walk away with grace. If her replies remain dry despite your efforts, walk away with dignity. No drama, no bitterness, just a confident exit that leaves her wondering what she missed out on. Example. Hey, I get the sense this isn't clicking, and that's totally fine. Wishing you the best. A message like this shows maturity and confidence. It also keeps the door open for her to reach out later if she realizes she misjudged you. Final thoughts. Dry responses are an opportunity. At the end of the day, how you handle dry replies says more about you than it does about her. A confident, self-assured man doesn't get rattled by short responses. Instead, he sees them as an opportunity. An opportunity to show humor and playfulness. An opportunity to demonstrate patience and calm. And ultimately, an opportunity to decide if the connection is worth pursuing. Women are drawn to men who maintain their composure and value their time. If she's genuinely interested, your confidence, humor, and ability to steer the conversation will bring her out of her shell. If not, you'll know when to step back with grace and keep moving forward. Remember, the most attractive man is the one who doesn't need anyone else's validation to know his worth. Live your life fully, communicate with confidence, and let the right connections happen naturally. Hey guys, I hope this lesson gave you a solid perspective on handling those frustrating dry replies and, more importantly, boosted your confidence in any conversation. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever dealt with short, one-word responses? What's your go-to strategy to turn the conversation around? Drop your tips, stories, or questions in the comments below. I'm here to keep the conversation going and learn from your experiences, too. And hey, if you found this lesson valuable, let me know what other topics you'd like me to cover next. Your feedback keeps this channel alive, and I read every single comment. So don't be shy, let's chat down below.